Hello everyone, welcome to another casted game of AoE 4. On the bottom in the blue we got Vortex as the HRE against an orange Mongol player, which is Chinese and I do not know how to pronounce at all. But this right here is a very Mongol flavored matchup. There's probably about, I'd say about 7 to 10 matchups where they're extremely one-sided, like Ottoman Malian, very Ottoman favored, uh, obviously Mongol versus HRE, like Mongol versus French. Um, I'm trying to think of other. There's like a bunch of others. HRE is very good versus China. China is very good at versus Delhi. So every civ usually has something like they're really good against, and also something they're bad with. So I'm also we're starting this one early because I assume there's gonna be a tower rush. As we can see, Mongol player, let me put this over on here. Yeah, he should be making a barracks right now. There we go. Coming up at a pretty good timing. And I wanted to also start because, ooh, we have a barracks defense. Now this is cool. This is going to be fun because you can totally fight off a Mongol player with this because of this one prelate. You can just micro back the spears and the Mongol player probably won't be able to get the tower up off. But the other reason I wanted to start this early is because like there's been some recent problems with my video making, so my mic broke, and so I had to use one of my backup mics, but the audio quality was like extremely bad, so I kind of just I tried fixing it, but I had to just like delete some of the a lot of the videos I made. Ooh, and the Mongol, he's not gonna make any spears from this, it looks like. Or I mean, he's not going on gold, so it doesn't look like he's going feudal, but he's just not making spears. Okay, now he's starting to make spears. Yeah, we're double producing them. Okay. But as you can see, we already have like 3 spearmen out. And he's not playing at home with them either. He's actually going out onto the map. Try to fight the Mongol player. Which is the correct move if the Mongol player just tries to ages up, but one thing to note is if he's fighting up here at the Uvu, then he's not going to be able to use the prelate. And Mongol just going to make more spears. I felt like the Mongols' production was a bit delayed. I wonder why that happened. But anyway, yeah, with my video production, or with my headset, so I tried to use my backup mic, but that didn't work. But the way my mic was broken, let's look at a little bit of spear micro because it's about even, but the scout tanks the first hit, and so Vortex is up on like the spear health. But yeah, so my headset, the way it was broken is that the one of the earpieces has just like fallen off, like it was totally broken off, and a little bit more spear micro there. And so what I essentially had to do is I couldn't really make videos with my like backup headset because it was just so bad. So I like just duct taped the headpiece back on. Like I can't hear anything. Actually, I think it's my right ear. Yeah, it's definitely my right one. I can't hear anything and it's still useless, but at least now my headset will stay on my head. And I don't really need to hear when I'm casting. I just need to be able to make some only comments for you. And now yeah, now it does feel like the Mongol player is ahead. He's not going on gold yet, though. Okay, there it is. Right on time. Yeah, because one thing to take a note is the HRE, he needs to make all these spears. He's, like, paying for all the spears. Well, meanwhile, the Mongol really isn't. Although, Vortex is still getting a very fast age up here, which is nice. It looks like Mongol just completely overgathered on wood. This guy's a Kong 3 player, by the way. So he's probably one of the best 100 people in the world. But as you can see, not everything's going great. You know, maybe he might be having like a lot of lag. Just because, you know, if he's like somewhere in Asia, and I don't know Vortex is, like if he's in Europe or the US, then that might mean that one of them's having a lot of ping. Yeah, because the Mongol here, even though the HRE has this prelate, and so they're like gathering faster, they also are missing 100 gold to age up, and they have to make more spears. Like if the Mongol player made 5 spears and the HRE player made 5 spears, you're only really paying for 3 of those spears because you're double producing 2 of them out. And Mongol is gonna go for more spears, but they're not really gonna do anything at this point in time because Vortex is about to age up. And one thing that isn't good either is this Khan should not be over here. He's just kind of chilling at his base. You can bring the spears back, sure, but the Khan needs to go be up here and like see what's happening. Because now the spears from Vortex are headed across the map, and we should see, yeah, that's Veterancy right here. Once Veterancy comes through, it's actually a horrible, horrible fight. Because the spears go from 80 to 90 health, and they get another damage in, and it just means that basically these spears are 10-shotting these ones. Meanwhile, it's taking like 14 shots to kill, and that's without the fact that half these spears are really low, and all of these are full. So yeah, this Uvu's probably gonna go down with some good spear micro. Okay, we're finally seeing Veterancy from the Mongol player, but it's not gonna be easy. Vortex was queuing up another spear, and I think that was probably not the correct call. Yeah, he cancels it. And I think he's going to be going straight to castle from this. Yeah, he is. He made this outpost that's actually defending both the gold and the deer. I would like to see, yep, there we go. The 3 vills, they'll gather the exact amount of stone that you need for arrow slits, because the arrow slits are cheaper for HRE. And now Vortex is in a perfect position to just get a fast castle off here. Oh, and he's also like hurting the deer in with the spears. That's great. We do see Tex here. I guess it's because he's a bit over on gold, and so he's just rebalancing his economy by buying some Ecotechs, which isn't bad. You don't really want to get these Ecotechs as HRE when you're fast castling, because like this takes a minute and a half to purchase, and you can be like, by the time this finishes, he'll already have enough to be castle, so it hasn't really paid off that much in time. It's usually a lot better to just get a faster castle timing. And we do see those arrow slits coming in. That's gonna do actually a lot to help this this position. Without arrow slits, it's a lot easier to just get around with those archers and stuff. Not just because of the extra attack, but the extra firing range really helps. Vortex might lose a couple vills here. He doesn't though. These palisade walls actually proving very nice. But now Vortex is... this tower is actually going to do a lot of work as well. Vortex is in a lot of trouble here. Just because Mongol has made a lot of troops. And Vortex only has a couple spears, which won't do well against these archers. Yeah, so Vortex is going to try to... he's going to power through and he's going to get this castle down. But yeah, Vortex, the emergency repairs means that the Mongol really can't siege this down either, which is going to be nice for him. And Vortex actually positioned this pretty well because this tower is in range of TC, and so if the Mongol tries to burn it, it's not going to go that great. What I would honestly love to see from the Mongol player, I don't know if he's doing it. No, he's not. But you could totally just make a tower right here and then just try to play for wood control, because one thing to take in mind is the HRE is not going to have any wood. And with the signal arrow from the Khan actually makes it extremely easy to just shut down the wood line. Like if you have one tower here, you get arrow slits immediately, you fill it up with like 5 spears, and then like as soon as you pop the signal arrow, like a vill just dies. And if the Vortex isn't paying attention, another vill dies. That archer kind of getting mismacroed, or misrallied in there, I should say. Not really mismacroed. Yeah, I mean, he's going to try to get some vill picks with these archers here, but I think we have textiles through. Yeah, we do. Vortex isn't actually losing any vills to this, and he's also getting the chapel up. We do see a ram play here, but I think this is probably not the right move. I think Vortex is not going to struggle at all to deal with this ram. Yeah, and what you want to do as the Mongol player here is you want to get as much value as you can out of these units, but you're not you're not really going to be able to kill the HRE, and it's better to just get your own castle behind this, and then you can just, like, you could get 4 relics in this scenario while he's dealing with all the troops in his base, and then suddenly you're just ahead. But it is going to be a full commit, which, I mean, he is making quite a few troops right now. Yeah, like, we're, there was probably something going on at the start of the game, but whatever it is has been fixed. Don't let this ram die, though. Don't let this ram die. Oh, no. Mongol, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's losing half health for free there. Like, we killed one house, but not really that big of a deal. Vortex is gonna... Where's this rally to? All the way up here. I guess he's gonna try to steal this relic. And I think over here is a way better position to attack than down here. Because, I mean... This, like, is being protected very well by the TC and all that. He's going to try to get houses, but whatever. Meanwhile, up here, you can challenge the deer pack. You can challenge the gold, the production. It's just a lot more important to me. And it's also interesting that Vortex made a stable. I would have doubled down with the man-at-arm play because we already have a lot of spears out. Although the spears are all back here, the ram doesn't get cleaned up. You know, he only kills, like, 2 houses with it. One thing to keep in mind, though, he did... By raising 3 buildings, he is the Mongol, so he is getting actually, he's getting paid for that. I wonder if, where's this stone? Okay, here it is. We didn't go for these raid bounty tax. They're not really worth it. They're kind of too expensive, like 100 food, 250 gold. That is 350 resource, and you're only getting 50 resource extra per building, so you need to actually raise 7 buildings for it to be worth it. And I don't know, it doesn't like feel worth it at all unless you like know you're about to kill like an entire bunch of farms. I really wish these techs were cheaper because they're so hard to go into, like, especially when your opponent, you know, is playing against the Mongol. They're not gonna make exposed buildings because they already know you're gonna get paid from them. Okay, and now we see way more units here, but actually Vortex has nothing. Look at this army count. It's 49 to 9, and 4 of those 9 are prelates. We do see archery ranges. Ooh, see, I like this play because we're playing spear archer over here, and veteran archer will absolutely destroy that. So that'll be nice. Where's this prelate? How many? Okay, we haven't actually picked up any relics. What exactly is this prelate doing? I don't know what Vortex is up to with this prelate. It's kind of just wandering around. I think that prelate had a bit too much to drink. Yeah, the only thing okay, we finally see a relic pickup. I guess it is useful to be down here just to deny this relic, but it could have been done with other stuff. And we are gonna see, like, this is even more bounty, like the 50 resource per building, and you just killed 4 buildings. That's an extra 200 resource, so not bad. Oh, can we get the spears? Movement arrow, movement arrow, movement arrow, please. If he used movement arrow, he totally could have killed that knight, which would have been great. And now, yeah, this is what the knights are doing. They're just going to the other side of the map, and there's so much exposed eco here. This could actually get Vortex back in the game, because right now he is so far behind. Yeah, and now we need to see spears coming out and just like being rallied back here. Yeah, exactly. So what we're doing, but the entire eco is so exposed. The tower is going up as well. That's also the correct call. Let's see, because we're actually going to kill these production buildings as well. And now the extra raid bounty might have been worth it, but he doesn't get that. I would have loved to see like a few extra rams, like 3 rams here, because HRE can just actually, they can pretty much out repair a single ram. Not really when it's on one of these buildings, because e-repairs, it's healing for like 3k health or something, and these buildings only have 1.5k. But it's when you have something as beefy as a TC, you can totally out repair a ram with just e-repairs, pretty much. But of course there are spears here. Yeah, how much? Vortex still has like 0 units out. They're wait, where did the spears go? We had spears over here to defend the base, but now they're just gonna get killed. Another thing to take in mind, no melee upgrades, no range defense on those knights, so they do take quite a bit of damage going for the dive here. Yeah, and I feel like if our Mongol player had just invested in like 3 rams, Vortex would probably already be dead. Because he did not have the troops out. Okay, we are going to be building the rams, or not. The spears are just heading out. He probably knows that the relic's been picked up, but that's not really going to do much. This ram might actually die to all these archers. Just this little bit of damage, and yeah, this also going to go down. You really need to keep the archers here and just build with the rams. Just so it doesn't die. I'm really surprised we didn't see man-at-arms. I guess it kind of makes sense because like man-at-arms are really food heavy, but man-at-arms are just totally cleaned up. And these 2 knights, they're just doing so much. Like, why we're not like our Mongol player really should have just kept 3 spears. Yeah, there's no spears on the defensive though, and that's really hurting. How many relics? HRE has 3 relics already. And I said Mongol should have go castle. I kind of think that might have not been the correct move, but because he's doing a lot and he's not really doing everything correctly, because these rams keep getting just killed by vills and stuff. But as you can see, like all these vills, I think 100% of Vortex's economy is idle right now. Another thing to take in note, however, is the eco count. The Mongol player is down 11 vills right now. And these prelates don't actually count towards eco count. I used to think they do, but they don't. And so we've just been not producing vills a lot. Because yeah, they've killed almost the same amount of vills right now. Yeah, so obviously the HRE has a big eco advantage, but and he also has tech lead, but there's a lot more units out of the Mongols, although the lead has been diminishing. As we see, it's only 2-1 right now, whereas like 5 minutes earlier it was like 50-1. So that is good for him. Ooh, he might have wanted them to be gathering wood, but I'm not sure. And oh, the mango's out. Yep, well, the mango's out, and so this push is done. There's nothing you can do against the mango with the current unit comp. With spear archer against archers, like, you're not going to be able to kill this mango, especially with all these vills nearby. Can just be pulled and just keep the mango alive. I remember I was playing against my friend and he had like I was doing the pure night challenge, but I was it wasn't actually on the ladder, so I didn't make a video of it. I was just playing a custom with my friend, and he had made a bunch of sofa, and he had gotten like 50 or not 50, but a bunch of sofa on my mangoes, and it was like, when I'm playing pure knights, I don't have anything to defend my ram, so I just pulled like a shit ton of vills and I just repaired the mango throughout all the sofa. It was so funny. We were both like cracking up. Yeah, but all Vortex needs to do, he just needs to stay on top of his mango with his archers, and then he can just use the archers to kill this entire push. And another thing to take a note, I don't think there's been any more night raids, but Vortex totally could have done, or actually no, never mind, he can't, because, okay, here's the stables. Yeah, now the knights are coming out, and now you have knight archer, except they're veteran, or the regular knight veteran archers against the feudal age stuff of the opponent, and that's totally going to clean up this Mongol player. At this point, Mongol is, I want to say he's almost too all in to go castle, but he probably might be able to squeeze it out, because you can't really feudal push anymore into this mango. And so he probably does need to go castle, but we'll see. We shall see. More knights trying to get raids in. The towers are going to protect these vills, but the vills on the board, not so much. We don't really see... Okay, we are actually seeing cavalry out of the Mongols, but these Keshits... The Keshits fare really badly into knights, and if you're down in age, then it's so bad. Like, the Keshit's almost trade 2-1 with regular knights, and it's not even gonna be Keshit's. It's gonna be horsemen, which is kind of weird. But at this point, the HRE's picked up 4 relics. They're probably not gonna pick up a 5th because the 5th relic is in between the base. Is in between. There's a Mongol base, I should say, between the relic and this. Ooh, the Mangonel out of position though. Movement arrow. Oh, we don't have movement arrow, but this Mango probably goes down. These smears just do so little damage to it, but it does go down. But now the issue is all these knights here. You're really not going to be doing anything to the knights with the archers, and more troops coming out. I think this is going to be the end of the game coming up. The Mongols still going to stick in it, but really I don't see any way for him to win anymore because he has lost his mask. There's no chance that he can go castle now, and it is going to be the GG right there. Alright, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.